I'm going to do a very brief lenses teach ahead of this too, I think.
All right, folks. So I'm going to draw stuff, and I'm going to refer to what I'm drawing. So if you can't see, it's going to be quite difficult to follow what I'm saying, I think. So just be able to just make sure you can see if you're interested. All right. So when Chris is talking about chaotic, I'm just going to pop into this stuff pretty quickly. Control, order, chaos. Okay, so when Chris is talking about chaotic, he's talking about this fellow called D. Hock, and D. Hock was the founder of Visa International, who came up with this idea of what's called chaotic leadership, which is basically the kind of take on it is the majority of organizations, systems, services, structures that we're working with are rooted in a paradigm of control, right? There's a command and control based response, whether that be justice systems or education systems or community service systems or healthcare systems. They're largely rooted in control. They're rooted in a small group of people making decisions on behalf of a very large group of people, or even one individual making decisions on behalf of a group of large people. And the systems are set up to try and get information from the top to the bottom as quickly as possible so things can get done effectively, right? Very control-based process. So the basic premise here is that is insufficient. That is insufficient right now. Things are moving too fast. There's way too much information, right? You can go on Google and find out whatever you want. You know what's wrong with you before you go to the doctor, and you know what medicine you need before you get there, right? And you also know what's good and bad about each medicine and which ones you won't take, because you've just been on Google and looked it up. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. There's information, like we've got more information than any of us can handle. We were even chatting about this yesterday at one point. Yeah? And then there's levels of diversity that we're encountering more than ever before within our organizations and within our communities and internationally and globally. So in massive information saturation, increasing diversity, increasing speed of change, and then you throw into that economic uncertainty, environmental uncertainty, and social unrest all over the place, the idea that someone can be in control in a situation like that and make good decisions that have the benefit for the large numbers of people is just silly. It just doesn't fit purpose. It doesn't fit reality anymore. All right? So the basic thing here about the chaotic stuff is like that is insufficient. It's not that it is wrong. There are times when a command and control based leadership is actually very, very helpful. But if that's all you've got in your back pocket, it's going to be insufficient to the type of challenges we're trying to deal with right now. Simple as that. We've got decreasing budgets, we've got increasing need everywhere we go. Right? So, and then the other thing about control, of course, is that if people feel like they can't wield any influence, they either get apathetic or rebellious. Right? Oh, I can't make any change, I give up. Right, because the situation's so under control. Or, I can't make any change, therefore I'm going to fight you. Right? Yeah, and the same kind of thing. And when things get too chaotic, the same kind of thing happens. Things get too chaotic, nobody's in control, there's not enough order, right? People are like, well, I'm going to take control, boom! Right? You know, or they just give up, this is just too out of control, nothing's ever going to happen, it's just some creative, chaotic nightmare, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Yeah? And often things will swing this way. So you'll have a situation where you've got a leader within a community or an organization who has a very, very high level of control. There's a rebellion against them. I'm in a situation where a leader just very, very high levels of control, got escorted off the premises, right, because of his behaviors, right? And then now there's just complete chaos. But what's happening is people are vying to take control again. Right? And then we're back in the same situation we were in before. It doesn't actually resolve any of the fundamental issues. You see this on a national level all the time. Right? Dictator, revolution, dictator. Dictator, revolution, dictator. I mean, it's like, we're not fucking getting anywhere. Right? So the bottom line here is there's got to be another way that we can lead. And if we accept that chaos is just part of it now, like it's beyond our control, things are going to be chaotic. If you work with human beings, it is going to be inherently unpredictable what takes place. Right? You're not going to be able to control it. You can control cars because it's an engine. And you can move the carburetor and you can put another one in. Like human beings, it's not the same thing. You know, the more you control, the more you kill innovation. So the question becomes, all right, so control is ineffective as the only way of doing things. Just creating loads and loads of chaos doesn't actually get anything done. It's just like a great big fireworks show. Everyone's like, ooh and ah, and nothing happens, right? It's like, what's just enough order? What's just enough order so the inevitable chaos we're going to have to deal with can actually organize and evolve meaningfully and effectively and productively? Because we need both meaning and we need results, right? It's not good enough just to come together, hold hands, and fall in love with each other if nothing comes out the other side. In fact, in my experience, it's actually getting results together that builds relationships. Yeah? So this stepping stones piece is like, okay, so here's an experiment in the minimum order that needs to be in place so that we can actually organize in the face of an inherently unpredictable context, a constantly changing environment. Yeah? And I was just on the phone with someone I'm working with in a government context this morning, and in some ways you think about the government context as something that by its nature is meant to be bringing stability. But like this project is like changing day by day by day. It's just the most unstable environment. So I'm finding even the environments that are built for stability are becoming increasingly unstable right now. Cool. So, stepping stones. Can someone help me with timing? Sure. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, but I can help.
I don't have it. Yeah. So if someone can let me know when I'm halfway through and stuff, that'd be great.
Okay.